Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Jureynolds, and through this video I want to presenting our paper uh, which I write it with my colleagues Theresia and Ying. We from Chinese Department, Faculty of Humanities, Bina, Nusantara University, Jakarta, Indonesia. Our conference paper entitled Benefits of Using Mobile Apps as a Support for Mandarin Language Learning. Today, this video is presented by me, Dr. Jureynolds, for first Participant Java International Seminar on Health, Economics, Social Science, and Humanities Conference on July 15, 2020. Let's get started. Today, through this video, I want to introduce introduction, methods, result and discussion, conclusion, acknowledgement, and reference. The first one is introduction. Digital platforms that support Mandarin learning based on content and resources can be divided into four types, namely web content-based platforms, mobile apps-based platform, video streaming-based platform, and e-learning course-based platform. One of them, mobile apps-based platform, becomes one of the main choices for Chinese as foreign language learners to support learning. Mobile apps that are downloaded for free or paid can generally also be accessed online and offline. Education is more connected to the internet, and all activities in education are starting to depend on the internet. Education is yes. And then besides the use of mobile apps has become a trend where teachers and policymakers should be able to pay attention to the use of smartphones to support classroom learning and independent learning. Based on the result of survey of high school students in Gorontalo, most students believe the use of smartphones should be integrated with the teaching and learning process. A study of internet-based flipped classrooms states that students tend to use smartphones to access learning material. This makes self-learning easier. Mobile learning apps whose material is sourced from a textbook are the top choices for the student. An ideal textbook can improve student learning, competence, and achievement in mastering language. With the textbook companion mobile apps, it is easier for students to preview and review learning material. The second is methods. This study aimed to determine the use of mobile apps in supporting Mandarin learning among Chinese as foreign language learners. The study used a survey method by distributing closed questionnaires to 159 students of the Bina University Chinese Literature Program. Survey data taken in April 2020 will be analyzed with a descriptive analytical approach, which uses survey data to describe and provide an overview of the use of mobile apps to support Mandarin learning. Result and discussion. The first one is mobile assisted language learning, aka MAL concept. Mobile learning, we can call mobile learning is M-learning, is based on mobility-based learning. This mobility is a technological mobility which support the mobility of learners and learning, which is more important than technology. And then computer-assisted language learning, we can call it CALL, is computer-based learning that has two main uses, namely two-way learning and individual learning with computers facilitating language learning. Mobile-assisted language learning is a subdivision of M-learning and core, which uses mobile application software to do language learning. Mobile learning includes all learning related to mobile equipment or building with wireless infrastructure. With increasingly modern communication tools, educational experts try to take the initiative to apply the use of these tools in teaching and learning. Mobile devices allow students to share information, align their tasks more broadly, and function far more impressively in situations that require collaboration between experts. This is our survey results. Based on the result of survey of 159 students from the Binus University Chinese Literature Study Program, there are 96 respondents state that they installed 1 until 3 mobile apps on their smartphones, while those who installed 4 until 6 mobile apps and more than 6 mobile apps were 70.4% as 26 respondents. From this result, students tend to install less than 3 mobile apps. Mobile apps supporting Mandarin learning available on Google Play Store and Apple App Store are very diverse. The survey results show that the majority of students feel that only a few can support effective learning, which is as much as 57.7% as 86 respondents, and then 13.4% as 20 respondents state that mobile apps are few and do not support learning. From this result, there are already many mobile apps available, but only a few that support effective learning. Mobile apps that are generally available based on content can be categorized into Chinese English dictionaries, flashcards, Chinese pinyin, writing Chinese character, structured lessons, and learning Chinese through the videos. Of the 6 main categories, 4 of them are learning character and vocabulary. Survey results show that students tend to use mobile apps in the form of digital dictionaries and translators to support Mandarin learning. As many as 140 respondents use the Pleco application as a digital dictionary, and 122 respondents use online translator machine-based applications such as Google Translate and Baidu Translate. We can see the figure 1 is choices of respondents' effective learning style and forms of material presented by mobile apps. Learning style are also influence the selection of what material forms are most preferred on mobile apps. Audio-visual learning style is the most effective learning style in learning Mandarin according to 87.9%, which is 131 respondents. Thus, the most preferred form of material presented by mobile apps is a combination of audio and image, aka video, chosen by 64.4%, which is 96 respondents. And there are 30.9%, which is 46 respondents like the combination of pictures and writing. Next, we can see the figure 2, comparison of the frequency of using mobile apps in learning in class at home. Mobile assisted language learning should use a smartphone to improve learners' mobility in learning Mandarin. The frequency of using mobile apps in classroom learning and independent learning is the main focus in the use of mobile apps in supporting Mandarin learning. There are 34.2%, which is 51 respondents state very often, and 45.6%, which is 68 respondents state often using mobile apps when learning activities in class. And then there are 60.4%, which is 90 respondents state very often, and 30.9%, which is 46 respondents state often using mobile apps when in independent learning activities at home. Although the response to the Although the response to the frequency of smartphone usage is classified as very good, namely using the indicators often and very often, but it should be noted that the number state very often uses the highest mobile apps, namely on independent learning at home. So it can be concluded that mobile apps are used subjectively to support classroom learning and independent learning at home, one of which is the ability to be used at any time and any place is the main reason for using mobile apps. And the conclusion is the use of a smartphone is common in daily activities with its built-in function for communication and entertainment. Smartphone has now become one of the language learning media that needs to be taken into account. Mall is one of the choices that can be chosen by teachers and decision makers to support Mandarin learning at higher education levels. Mall apps available are duly able to support learning in class and in independent learning at home. The survey conducted in this study proves that more apps were chosen to support learning in the classroom and at home, with independent learning being the main reason. The result of this study may also provide input to developers of mobile apps to be able to create applications that can at least meet the basic learning needs, namely the characters and Mandarin vocabulary. The form of material display can at least involve audio and visual media to support effective learning. And this study provides an overview of the condition for using mobile apps to support Mandarin learning at higher education levels. The use of mobile apps to support Mandarin learning needs to be continued through experimental research, where we can test their use in a course subject and other learning models. Acknowledgement. This work is supported by Research and Technology Transfer Office, Bina Nusantara University, as a part of Bina Nusantara University's international research grant entitled M.Comic Application to Support Mandarin Vocabulary Learning. And this is our references. Thank you to watching this video. Hopefully you can more know about Mandarin learning and the benefits of using mobile apps as support for Mandarin language learning. Thank you.